DeMarsh-Woods, and we're in my house in our little classroom that we made. And it is Good Friday today, so we need to go over a lot of information and what Good Friday means. But first, let's get started like we do in our circle time. Let's do our Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which we stand, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, now, let's do our St. Paul pledge. I bet you hadn't done that in a while. I pray to always have eyes that see the best in people, a heart that forgives the worst, a mind that forgets the bad, and a soul that never loses faith in God. Very good. So I do have some meet the shapes here, and we'll talk about those more next week. We'll go over our shapes and patterns and nursery rhymes. So let's count to 20. I know you guys have been practicing this at home. Let's review. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Good job, friends. So our day of the week is Friday. Fabulous Friday. I'm so happy. Let's talk about the seasons. There's 4 seasons we talk about. Winter, spring, summer, and fall. And right now we are in spring. And that's why you see all the flowers in bloom. And we've had a lot of rain and the grass is turning green. And I love it. All right? It is April. April the 10th. Friday. Fabulous Friday. Fun Friday. We're going to have some fun. Now, yesterday we did an experiment with our peeps, remember? And we let them soak in some liquids overnight. And do you remember the liquids? They were water, soda, which was our 7-Up, and vinegar, our stinky liquid, remember? Well, we want the results of how these peeps did in the liquids and how they changed, or if they didn't change at all. So, peep experiment. The liquids changed the peep by, let's see. Let me see. This one. This one is our water. And he sat in there for over 24 hours, but he didn't change too much, but the water color changed. It turned our water green. So, let's write water changed colors. And it changed one color, and it was green. G-R-E-E-N. But the peep is still all together. So that's really the only change with water. Let's go to our next liquid. This was the 7-Up, the soda. And he's changed a little bit. The 7-Up, it looked like it got absorbed in our peep. Our peep's still all together, but he's a little mushy, isn't he? Yeah, so let's write up here that the soda made our peep mushy. And it was kind of like a sponge. It sucked up the soda, the 7-Up, didn't it? And you know what word we're going to use? Absorbed. That's a big word. That's a science word. Absorbed. My marker. The soda. Okay, so there was more changes with the soda. Now, let's check out the vinegar. There's our vinegar peep. Look, it's like sticky. It's falling apart on the sides. Look, he lost an eyeball. Oh, it's a tragedy. And he's really dissolved. He's falling apart, isn't he? He's in bad shape in vinegar. So let's write vinegar. He made the peep fall apart. Didn't that vinegar make the peep fall apart? I think so. Made our peep fall apart. Now, which liquid had the most changes with our peep? Was it water? There's still a lot of water left in that cup. Was it the soda? That peep absorbed a lot of the soda and it was getting mushy, wasn't it? Or was it vinegar? There's still vinegar in there, but our poor peep's about gone, isn't he? So I think the biggest changes probably came with the vinegar. That vinegar was hard on our peeps. Now, did you like that science experiment? I thought that was pretty fun. Good job, friends. Now, let's talk about it being Good Friday today, because Good Friday means it's almost the end of Holy Week and we eat fish on Good Friday, and there's a lot of things that happen this week to lead up to Good Friday and Easter. Okay, and it's always going to surround Jesus. It's not about the Easter Bunny. We love the Easter Bunny, but Easter's about Jesus, okay? So let's look at a story here. Now, this happened a long time ago. And this is the story about Jesus and his apostles. And apostles is another word for friends. Alright, and Jesus goes into the city. And this is on a Sunday, and it's called Palm Sunday. And all the people are cheering for Jesus. They're saying, Hosanna, Hosanna. And they're like celebrating him coming, which is wonderful. That night, he takes his friends, the apostles, and he joins them all together for a Last Supper. Okay? And he tells them what's going to happen that week to him. And it makes them sad because they don't want to believe that Jesus is going to have to go away. Daisy, this is not for you. Thank you, friend. So after the Last Supper, Jesus goes out to the garden. All right, and he starts to pray. And he prays to God for guidance and for strength because he knows what's getting ready to happen. So in the garden, some soldiers come and get Jesus, and they take him away, and they dress him in a robe and a crown of thorns, and they make Jesus carry a cross up a really big hill and through the city as like a punishment for him. They didn't believe that he was God's son. All right, so Jesus, this is where he dies on the cross. All right, and everybody's sad, and the earth turns dark. All right. When they get done, they take Jesus' body and they put it in a tomb. And a tomb's like a cave, okay? And they put a big stone over the entrance of the cave. Now, Jesus' mother comes with her, Mary, and her friends, and they go to the tomb 3 days later. And they find that the tomb and the stone, it has been rolled away. And an angel appears. And the angel says, he is not here. He has risen. And that is something very special, friends, because Jesus is still alive. He has rose from the dead, and he took his seat next to God up in heaven. And that's why we celebrate Easter. All right? Good job, friends.